everyone, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Magandang Lunes ng hapon. You are watching Kababayan LA. This is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. At para po sa ating mga kababayan na naghahanap pa rin po ng trabaho. You know, Christmas is the season of giving, but it's also the season of opportunities. There are some part-time employment that you can take advantage of. And today on the show, we have tips on how to turn those temporary employment into something that's more regular. And that's today on the show, along with some immigration updates. So many things going on in terms of immigration and how it may affect our immigrant community. But before that, pag-usapan po natin ang mga balita.
Pinoy na Pinoy, Weekend Balita.
I feel very special dahil ngayong hapon hindi lang po sa Skype natin makakasama ang editor-in-chief ng Weekend Balita na si Ronnie Lygo, live on the set. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Magandang hapon sa iyo, Janelle, at sa lahat ng crew ng Kababayan LA, and of course sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayong hapon.
Kung kailan pa po bumabagyo, talagang tinahak ni Ronnie ang roads kahit na umuulan at basa ang mga daan. You're here. Thank you so much for joining us.
At of course, nabanggit mo nga umuulan, ano? Janelle, alam naman natin, merong isang malaking bagyo darating na naman sa ating bayan, ano? At unfortunately, maapektuhan na naman ito ay ang island of Mindanao.
Yes, let us talk about that because I keep seeing that on Twitter, so social media. A lot of people, even Pinoy, has already come out with an announcement na yung mga ini-evacuate, please follow, dahil ang sinasabi nila, mas malakas daw itong bagyo na ito. Can you put it in perspective? How strong is this typhoon?
No, sinasabi nila 200-210 kilometers per hour, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng perspective, last year si Sendong, or noong December, no, prior to that, 2010, dumating yung bagyo na yon, ang packing winds nun it packed 165 kilometers per hour lang. So malakas daw itong dating na si Typhoon Pablo, ang pangalan niya, no? Ang international code name is BOFA. No, ito ngayon ang worry ngayon ng ating ng gobyerno is yung mga low-lying areas na, especially alam naman natin nangyari ng Sendong, maraming namatay diyan, mga 1,600 people yata ang namatay diyan, ano? So ngayon wina-warningan ng ating mga kababayan, of course, ito pong itong bagyo na ito ay napakalakas po at maraming ulan na darating sa bayan na iyan.
Okay, and you mentioned Sendong, there's Ondoy, there's so many typhoons, Ronnie, at tuwing na lang binabagyo, pare-pareho ang resulta. Sa tingin mo ba, at this point, nakapaghanda na yung ating administration at mga local government units for something like this?
The Philippines is visited by an average of 20 typhoons a year, no? The only thing that we can do is to prepare for it, no? Hopefully ang ating mga kababayan will heed the warnings, no? Leave the low-lying areas, pumunta po sila sa iba't ibang bayan na mas matataas, at para po hindi sila maapektuhan, na talab naman natin very deadly ang mga typhoon sa atin.
At nakakalungkot dahil magpapasko pa naman, Ronnie, when is Pablo expected to make landfall?
Supposedly Tuesday, no? Actually, it hit overnight already in the Philippines and the eastern part, and it's moving westward. So yung pong lahat ng mga bayan, mga Surigao del Sur, yan po ang mukhang talaga maapektuhan po, no? At of course, it will hit landfall all the way going to the west of Mindanao. So lahat po ng low-lying areas dyan, alam naman natin ng Sendong, Cagayan de Oro at Iligan ang naapektuhan ng husto dyan. And hopefully, walang masyadong maapektuhan sa ating mga kabayan. Like we said, please heed the warning at umalis po kayo sa mga low-lying areas, para wag naman po kayo masalaman.
Yes.
Masalaman.
If you are masalanta, kung kailangan kayo mag-evacuate, please evacuate, and please tell your friends and family also dun sa mga affected areas. Ronnie, in terms of immigration, just very quickly, because we have a full immigration segment after this, U.S. vote on foreign graduates illustrates immigration deadlock. Ano bang naging desisyon?
Oo. Actually, sa Congress, House of Representatives, the Republicans voted yung tinatawag na STEM Jobs Act, STEM which means Science, Technology, and Engineering, na kung saan yung mga foreign graduates dito, ng mga estudyante na galing sa ibang bansa, nag-aaral sa Amerika, and if they graduate here in the United States, they will be allowed to
work here.
Hindi lang, to apply for a green card.
Okay.
So tinaas nila yun from 120,000 to 170,000 visas annually para sa mga graduates nito, so that they will be applying their knowledge that they earned here in the United States. At kasi nga ang criticism mag-aaral sila dito at dadalhin naman sa ibang bansa. And of course, in terms of competition, mas marami mga ibang bansa na mas ahead pa sa United States,
So ano nangyari dito? Ano yung sinasabi nilang immigration deadlock?
Unfortunately, of course, Democrats, ang Senate, it will have to go through Senate, and they believe that it will not pass through. Why? Kasi nga, ang gusto ng Senate, ng mga Democrats, it's the whole immigration reform ang gusto mangyari. Hindi lang ito yung parang piecemeal na gagawin sa immigration reform. At alam naman natin na gusto ng Democrats to address the 11.5 or 12 million undocumented immigrants in the United States.
Although I think this is good for now. I think, in my opinion, kung ano yung makukuha nila at mapapasa, I think kunin na nila bago mamaya mas lalong lumaki. Yung bang naghahangad ka pa ng mas malaki, mas lalong wala pang ma-approve sa isa man doon.
Exactly.
Right?
Alam naman natin ang Congress, House of Representatives is controlled by Republicans. At pagka hindi nila mapapasa yan or dito pumasama sa House of Representatives, hindi rin papasa sa Senate, walang mangyari
Problema
talaga
na naman.
dyan.
And I would rather take this STEM Jobs Act kasi in fact it makes sense.
Right.
Diba?
That's true.
All right. Now, let's talk about this OFW update, and this has to do with OFWs that were detained in Malaysia.
Oh.
Ano bang nangyari?
Alam mo, masakit ito nung I just arrived from Malaysia back in August na nagpunta ako doon in September. And nangyari doon is, maganda talaga, may mga namita ko mga kababayan natin, mga nagtatrabaho doon. Unfortunately, this one, there's a raid that was conducted. 105 domestic workers, kabilang na dito mga kababayan natin, mga 6 yata out of that many.
105, yes.
Oo. Dumating sila sa Malaysia without legal documents to work as domestic helpers. Ngayon, ang nangyayari is kinukulong sila sa gabi. Ipapadala lang sila sa mga places of work nila para magtrabaho as maids. Tapos, ikukulong sila sa building na yun. Yun nga, nireject mga ito dahil not only that, kasi yung mga sweldo nila, apparently mukhang hinohold kasi daw bayad sa kanilang mga pagdating doon. Imagine, dumating sila doon without proper documentation, tapos hino-hold ang kanilang sweldo, bayad daw sa kanilang pagtatrabaho doon.
So parang talagang they're being exploited.
Oh yeah,
they're
definitely.
Being exploited. Dapat, ang may kasalanan dito sa tingin ko, dapat itong mga bitayen, yung mga illegal recruiters. Because they're the ones.
That's true, no?
Right?
Alam mo, minsan, iniisip ko kasi it's a Muslim country, Sharia law. Pagka nag-violate ka doon, bita, yung mga kababayan natin, binibitay sa mga Muslim countries. Pero pagka yung mga employers nila or mga kababayan nila ang perpetrators ng crime, wala yata tayo narinig na binibitay or anything, kahit na sila mismo ang nagpa-perpetrate.
But hopefully, dahil nag-grade nga itong Malaysian government sa mga places like this, hopefully this starts an investigation and hopefully po managot yung mga dapat managot. At mas marami pa pong balita, Ronnie, saan?
Opo, sa aming pong website, www.balita.com, at of course yung aming pong broadsheet, US Asian Post.
Ayan. At meron ding broadsheet ang balita.com, which reminds me, I wrote 2 articles, di ba? Last weekend edition, sana po mabasa nyo din yan. And we're gonna be tweeting about that also, yung link kung saan nyo mababasa if you would rather get your news through social media. For now, Ronnie, thank you. More power to you.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Immigration and employment updates when we return on Kababayan LA. Don't go away.